Hi, I just wanted to give you guys an update. So it is now 4 weeks until we leave for Puerto Rico. We found a shipping company called Rosa del Monte. It's in the Bronx and they're really great. So they gave us these really heavy boxes and we were able to ship 11 boxes so far. We still have more things to send. It's funny because when we thought we weren't going to be able to bring anything, we were basically giving everything away and selling things and emptying out the house. And now we find out that we can actually ship things on this boat to Puerto Rico, and we're renting our house out furnished. So we actually didn't really need to give anything away, but that makes everything we gave away so much more special. It makes it more meaningful. So the Honda Odyssey is on its way to Puerto Rico now. It's going to take 4 to 6 weeks to get there. The reason we decided to take our Honda to Puerto Rico is because when everything in Puerto Rico is an island, so everything big like that, you have to pay an import tax. So cars are more expensive there. Big appliances are more expensive there. Things that are imported are more expensive to buy brand new there. And my Honda's in good shape. I love it. I want a van because if we have a car there, it's really just fits our family. And I'm expecting to meet people and make friends and give people rides. So I wanted my van with me. So we shipped it and it's there. It's on its way. So we have to pay for the shipping of the van and we have to pay the import tax. So you still have to pay that import tax anyway, but at least we have the vehicle already. In other news, yesterday my family threw me a going away party in Patchogue, Long Island, which was so wonderful, so sweet. Very thoughtful. They had a poster there that everybody signed. They played all my favorite music. They had all my favorite foods. They had a cake for us. They had a cake for my husband, whose birthday is in a few days, and they celebrated his birthday as well, as along with my brother and my nephew, who also have August birthdays. So it was really nice. My family came out. My bestie came all the way from Connecticut, drove out. It took her 2 hours, and after everything she had already. So she got there at like 7 p.m. and we ended up staying. We took 2 cars because my Honda's gone. So we took 2 cars because my mother-in-law wanted to come with us to the party, and they all ended up leaving early. My husband, my mother-in-law, and my 3 children ended up leaving the party early because they had to get home, and I just wanted to hang out with my family longer. So I stayed. And when I left the party, I wanted to drive around Patchogue because it's my hometown. It's where I was born and raised. And so I went and I drove past the apartment buildings that I was raised in. I drove past the beach that I would always walk to as a kid. I've always been a beach person, always. So I drove past, and then I called my friend called me to talk, my friend who had come from Connecticut. And she was like, "What are you doing? You want to hang out?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So we just ended up turning around, going back to Patchogue and walking down the street. We found ourselves a local club. Let me tell you, when I was a kid, Patchogue, there was no nightlife. Like, Patchogue was dead at night. And now you go to Patchogue at night and it's like bumping. It's like they really redid the whole town. It's awesome. So we found this club where we saw some people dancing to like Grooves in High. And we were like, "What is this?" So we just walked in. There was no cover. And the 2 of us just, nos hicimos la loca. Like, we just started dancing. We were having a great time. We stayed till like almost midnight. Just dancing, the 2 of us singing. And they were playing like songs from my college days, songs from my high school days, songs from when I was growing up. I was like, wow, like, Patchogue is throwing me a going away party. Like, this is fly. So it was really nice. But the one thing I really wanted to talk about in this video is that I keep getting advice from everybody to be careful. Ten cuidado in Puerto Rico. Make sure you lock your doors. Make sure you get a low jack for your car. Make sure you put bars on your windows. Make sure, you don't talk to anybody. Don't trust anybody. And I'm like, is it really that bad? Like, I know that Puerto Rico is having a rough time right now. I know that a lot of people are moving here. I know that people are in desperate situations. And it's not going to be the same as living in Bergen County, New Jersey, where you can drive any car and nobody will flinch. You can drive a Bugatti down the street and nobody would flinch. Maybe they'll give you like a beep the horn and, but nobody would flinch. Like, wealth here is no big deal. And it's almost to be expected. And moving to a country where they're in so much debt and so much lack and so much loss. It's dangerous, right? That's what I'm hearing. But guess what? I live in America, Team USA. I live in America, and our country is in trillions of dollars in debt. Our country also has high unemployment. Our country also, has homeless people right over the bridge in Manhattan. I live 20 minutes away from Manhattan, and you walk down the street and there's homeless people on the street. There's people that don't have food to put on their table. I mean, I believe that you will find poverty and wealth anywhere you go. And I really am a big believer in you attract to yourself what's on your mind. And if I go to Puerto Rico with the mindset of, I better be safe, I better watch my back, I better not make any friends, I better not open up to anybody, I better make sure that I, triple and quadruple lock my doors, and I understand. I mean, I have a home security where I live right now. We have a security system. We have locks. You know what I mean? Like, those things are common sense. But I'm not constantly in the mindset of someone's going to break into my house. Someone's going to steal my stuff. Someone's going to try to hurt me. That's not my mindset. It's not my mindset here. And it's not going to be my mindset there. Am I going to be aware of my surroundings? Yes. Am I going to take care of my children, which multiple people have told me to do? Like, what have I been doing up until now? Yes, I'm going to continue to take care of my children. Am I going to pray for my husband and support my husband in everything that he's doing? Yes, it's the same thing we've been doing here, we're going to do there. I have a beautiful life here, and I'm going to have a beautiful life there. That is my expectation. I have the Holy Spirit, I have discernment, and the Holy Spirit will reveal to me, you know what? Make a left here instead of making a right. You know what? Don't go down that street. You know what? That person doesn't have your best interest at heart. He does it for me here, and he'll do it for me there. He's the same Holy Spirit here as he is there. And I believe that the safest place that you can possibly be is where you belong. There's people that God has called to go into the Middle East, straight into Afghanistan. There's people that God has called to go to Israel. There's people that God has called into dangerous parts of the world where there's war and all kinds of killing of Christians. And, those people are safe because they're covered in the blood, because they're where they're supposed to be. And my family, we believe that Puerto Rico is where we're supposed to be right now, for such a time as this. And we're going covered in the blood, and we're going completely protected, and we're going praising God for his protection and his goodness in our lives. I'm grateful that my family cares enough to tell me all these things, but at the same time, it's not going to get in my head. I'm not going to let it get in my head, because what I have in my head is that we're going there to be a blessing. We're going there to continue to love people the way we've loved people here. And we're going there to continue to impart into people's lives and to let people in to our lives, to let people impart into our lives, to open up our hearts to people the same way we've done here. I also had some people say, oh girl, the food in Puerto Rico, when I went there, I weighed such and such weight. And then after a month, I was like 30 pounds heavier. As soon as they said that, I was like, nope. I am going to go to Puerto Rico, and I'm going to be slimmer and fitter in Puerto Rico than I am here. I'm going to be stronger and healthier than I am here, because I'm getting better and better day by day, not worse and worse. And that is my confession, and that is my true belief. I'm sexier today than I was yesterday. I'm more beautiful today than I was yesterday. I'm healthier today than I was yesterday. My youth is renewed like the eagles. And that is the truth. That's my truth. And that's the truth that I'm going to live. Is there amazing, crappy food in Puerto Rico? Yes, there's amazing, crappy food here. We got chicken and waffles. We got hamburgers and pizzas and french fries in America. I mean, yes, they have alcapurrias, and they have, all kinds of frituras, and they have crazy, amazingly tasting fried horrible health-wise things. But it's not going to be my diet of, I'm not going to let the Puerto Rican food be my new diet. I'm going to continue to eat whole foods. I'm going to continue to eat healthy. And there I'm going to have vitamin C, SEA. I'm going to have vitamin D from the sun. I'm going to be out walking and cycling and, scootering around with my kids, swimming. So yes, I plan, and I actually have to leave my house to buy something instead of just ordering it on Amazon Prime and waiting for it to show up at my door. I have to get in the car and drive to a store and walk around. Yeah, I'm gonna be skinnier. So I'm just putting that out there. And the third thing that I wanted to put out today on this video is that a lot of times we say we're not going to do something until we get to a certain place. Like, when I get to Puerto Rico, I'll start my healthy lifestyle. When I get to Puerto Rico, I'll make goals. When I get to Puerto Rico, I'll build my business. I've said all those things. Even though I do them here, I've said when I get to Puerto Rico. And finally this morning, I was like, you know what? No. Like, my friend texted me, my bestie that was out late last night clubbing with me. She texted me this morning and said that she got up and went to eat breakfast and went to Zumba. And this morning, my children are sleeping over at grandma's. My husband is out with a client that he landed, yet another client. He just started this marketing company. He's been landing clients back to back to back. I'm so proud of him. So he's out doing a marketing campaign with a client this morning. So I had the house all to myself. Normally, that would mean I would be laying in bed, watching Netflix, and ordering food from the local diner. Eggs, bread, potatoes, pancakes. Ordering food from the local diner, laying in bed, and watching Netflix. That would be my way of pampering myself. But today, when I read my friend's text, I was like, you know what? I'm going to go on Zumba.com or whatever their website is. I Googled it. And I'm going to find a local Zumba class. And I'm going to go to Zumba. And I put on my workout clothes. And I went to Zumba. And I just got out of Zumba. So that's why my face is all red. The sweat has been dried away. But yes, it was so much fun. I'm redefining what it means to pamper myself. That was pampering myself. Going to a class, listening to some fun music, dancing, sweating, getting my body moving with some fun strangers I'd never seen before and I'm probably never going to see again. That was fun and I enjoyed it. And now I get to go inside and drink my Young Living shake and, pamper myself some more. So, yes. I'm starting from now, not when I get to Puerto Rico. Now. Now is the time to be healthy. Now is the time to be safe. Now is the time to be wealthy. Now is the time to be thinking the right thoughts and putting the right things in my heart and renewing my mind daily, because what I have here is what I will have there. What I take with me here is what I will take with me there. And I plan on it being good things only. So, thank you for watching. You can follow along in the journey on Instagram, instagram.com/YadiraLaguerre, hashtag Laguerres in Puerto Rico, hashtag moving to Puerto Rico. I will document everything. I will continue to. 4 more weeks of New Jersey living. And then we're off to PR. So thank you again for watching, and I will see you next time. Subscribe, because I'm going to make a new video at some point, and maybe you'll want to hang out and hear what I have to say. Maybe not. But I'm enjoying myself, and I'm enjoying you guys. So thank you so much for following along with this journey. 4 more weeks. 4 more weeks.